Yes. Welcome.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. So, what are we doing for you today?
I don't know. I kind of resonated with that last one. Just a lack of motivation, just in career, uh, health, basically everything.
Lack of motivation. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it then? 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe.
Hmm. I'd say a nine.
And 9. Ooh, I like a challenge. Just kidding. Okay, we'll have a quick moment of silence and we'll get to it. All right, can I just proxy for you? Yes, what is the biggest emotion we can release now that has to do with this lack of motivation? May even out of 1, 3, 5. You said career. You were. Are you having like a lull or like a plateau in your career, or what is that?
Yeah, I guess, I don't know, just a lack of motivation to get stuff done that needs to get done and just keeps piling up and kind of stays there for months. And
That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so fear. When did this occur? Page 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, age 17. We need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release? And that has to do with this lack of motivation. Maybe even 2, 4, 6. Shock. When did this 10? Age 10. Do we need to know more? Okay. Let's go ahead and release that. It's yawning is my way of really unlocking it. That's funny. Locking it in. What's the biggest emotion we can release and that's causing this lack of motivation? May even add 1, 3, 5. Blaming. So like this is blaming yourself or other people. When did this 10, 20, age 20? Do we need to know more? Okay. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that's causing this lack of motivation? Maybe even 1. Heartache. When did this 10, 20, age 20? We need to know more. Okay, you're 31, correct?
correct.
Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Are you recognizing any of these emotions?
I'm recognizing the emotions, not necessarily the
Not so
like the
much the age.
ages or specific instances or anything like that.
Okay,
But they
that's
definitely
okay.
feel resonant.
Awesome. What's the biggest emotion release now that's causing this lack of motivation? Maybe even 5. Blaming. When did this 10, 20, 30, 27, age 27? We need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that's causing this lack of motivation? Maybe even 2, 4, 6. Shock. When did this 10, 20, age 20? We need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that's causing this lack of motivation? Maybe even 3. Self-abuse. When did this occur? Page 10, 20, 30, 28, 7, 6, 5, age 25. So self-abuse is like being really hard on yourself. Not always like physically, but most of the time it's like, oh, how can I do this? Like just like being hard on yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release on that's causing this lack of motivation? Maybe even 3. Confusion. So if you've ever been gaslit, lied to, you know, that kind of stuff. When did this 10, 20, age 20? Do we need to know more? Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release on that's causing this lack of motivation? Maybe even 2, 4. Depression. When did this 10, 20, age 20? We need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Do we correct that? What's the biggest emotion release and that's causing this lack of motivation? All right, moment of truth. Go ahead and stand up, walk around, take 10 steps, move your shoulders around, move your neck around. Give me a little shimmy, a little bit of twerking. Get it, get it. Just kidding. Go ahead and take some really big deep breaths for me. Full inhale, big belly breath. There you go. Exhale. Okay. How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel like I could at least clean my house right now, which is better than I was feeling before.
Nuh-uh, that's awesome. That's actually really interesting because a lot of the times when you are like stuck or you feel like that lack of motivation, the best place to start is cleaning your house, cleaning up the energy within inside of your home, the space that you live, because most of the time the things that are in your house or in your living space takes up a lot of mind energy, mind space, whatever you want to call it. And I would actually recommend listening to your body, listening to that urge to like, okay, I'm gonna go clean out all of this and send it to Goodwill or putting it in the trash. So super cool. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate that lack of motivation?
Hmm. I want to say maybe an 8 right now.
Awesome. That's still 1 point. I'm excited to see what it does for you for like the rest of the week because just so you know, there are some people that go from like, you know, a 10 to a 5 or a 10 to a 2 and like you they feel every single emotion. And then there's other people like my husband, almost every single time I do a session for him, he's like, yeah, I don't feel much different, you know, like maybe from an 8 to a 6. And then a day and a half later, he's like, wow, I feel so much better.
That
So
makes sense.
awesome. Cool. Any questions?
No, I'm interested to learn more. I'm interested to maybe book an introductory call sometime.
Awesome. That'd be great. Are you okay if I put this on my YouTube channel?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. It was a pleasure working with you today or
Yeah,
tonight.
thank you so
It's
much.
evening. Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye bye.